Gemini, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next few months. Let's now start with your main energy. Okay. Your first message today is the end of a tough cycle approaches. And here we clearly see that you have been going through a situation that has been heavy on you. Something that at a certain degree was out of control at first, but that with just a little bit of time, you're finally learning how to control and perhaps learning to transform it in something that makes you even stronger. I do see that the end of this tough cycle for you is actually the beginning of a tough cycle for someone else. Someone who maybe now you realize you have to leave behind so that you can focus on you and focus on what's good for you. Your rise is their fall, which means that at a certain degree, this connection is still strong, at least from their side, regardless of how much time has passed. So we have a lot to uncover. Let's see what this message is about. Let's do 3 shuffles and let's begin with your reading. Okay. Oof. Okay. So, Gemini, the very first thing that I'm seeing is that you are in building mode over here, or rebuilding mode for some of you out there. With this 6 of Pentacles, I see that you are at a point where you feel the need to focus on things that are more long-term, wanting to invest your time and energy in people and situations that are going to pay off in the long run. I see with this 5 of Swords that you have just grown tired of having to focus on situations that are not stable, having to focus on just what comes next, having to worry about everyday things. You are now ready to do what's necessary to do in order to be established, in order to feel stable again. Chances are that you are coming from a time of turmoil, a time where the ground has shaken right underneath your feet. And right now, you're just trying to find that balance again by rebuilding your very foundation. You know, the more I look into this message, the more I see that you're trying to do everything that represents the opposite of what you have been doing in the past, especially when it comes to a specific person from whom you're trying to move on. You definitely want to find yourself again, but also you are really strict about this right now because deep down, some of you are still connected to the past, are still responding to the other person's energy, connected to them perhaps by an invisible string, that attaches you to the other person, not allowing you to move forward freely or not as quick as you would like. But at least you're trying. Whereas this other person instead is at the opposite end compared to you. Still very much connected to this, not wanting to admit it to themselves, let alone admitting it to you. They seem to be unable to let go at the moment. And we'll see if this will translate into action taken by them or not. Right here, it's clear that someone, look at this hangman as well, someone is stuck while you're trying to move on. Right here, we can see where you both stand at this moment in time. For you, Gemini, we have the star, which is definitely confirming that turmoil and earthquake we were talking about, since the star comes right after the tower. It seems that at some point, you have truly invested yourself into that previous connection. You might have got married, maybe you had children together, or overall, your heart was fully in this. And when it fell apart, it potentially impacted you more than you anticipated. Now, you're not wanting to just sit there and feel sorry for yourself. With the star, you are creating a brand new vision for yourself. It's your self-protective mechanism that kicks in and says, all right, yes, this didn't work out and it hurt like hell, but I'm going to apply some numbing cream on it. I won't give it power, and I will keep marching forward until the pain is gone. The star is a message that talks about someone who is thinking, you know what, whatever will be, will be. Doesn't matter what I'm going through right now. I know that I'll be fine. You find strength in looking towards the future, planning to create something for yourself that could make you happy again. It could be a project, a trip you might be planning for some time in the future, an important move, a change. That's what you're doing. Thinking that with a change, a new beginning, the past will finally not hurt anymore. And the past, we see it right here with the Seven of Swords. Someone who really acted out of their character, and someone who unfortunately disappointed you with their actions and perhaps even words. Now, right here, the Hanged Man, we see that this person instead is stuck. Being away from you is really something that it's turning out to be a blocker for them. And perhaps they did not anticipate this outcome at all. This is someone who at some point had some sort of confidence that they were going to be fine. They thought they could have moved on fairly quickly, but they have something else going on now instead. I see that this is someone who tries to move on, who tries to date and see other people, but it just doesn't feel the same. They are struggling to find that excitement, that love that they had when they were with you. Right now, they cannot experience that adrenaline anymore. It's just something that it's in the past and that they can experience again just by either being back with you or by thinking about the past, watching pictures and videos, reminiscing the good memories overall. Reminiscing the good memories, sorry about that. So next we have the Lovers and the Queen of Swords, and look at this. the King of Cups reversed. Now, look at this combination right here. The Queen of Swords and the King of Cups reversed. And this really seems to be the main difference in between the two of you right now. Even if at times it doesn't feel like it, you are maintaining such a mental clarity that allows you to not let your emotions dictate your actions. You have a lot of respect for yourself, and you know that you can't allow yourself to fall in the same mistakes over and over again. You know, you are aware here of the fact that you deserve much better, and you're willing to stand by it, willing to sacrifice even if your heart is begging you to reconnect. I see your strength here, and I see your overall vision. But I do see that sometimes you might just get lost in staring at nothing, knowing what you have to do, but wishing you didn't have to do it. Wishing that things would be easier for once. Wishing that things would have worked out this time, this one time. Now, on the other side, we have the King of Cups reversed. I mean, this is truly someone who's losing it. someone who every single day feels more trapped into this situation. Listen, with these current cards, I cannot tell if they're going to make a move again or not, but I do see some sort of reconnection in the future. Something small or big, doesn't matter. I see it from you, actually, Gemini. There is a reaction that you are going to have to that event, which you were not expecting. Overall, you will find yourself in a position you never thought you'd be, and something that overall could represent a turning point, if not for this connection, at least for yourself and your own journey. Right here, it seems that you are giving up on love and you are finding love at the same time. This Lover's cards talks about an upcoming event that will truly create a new beginning for you. Something that at this point you were not expecting, and something that will truly make it all worth it. Now, we also have the Ace of Pentacles, which means that your effort right here in trying to invest in things that are going to be good in the long run, it's actually paying off much quicker than you thought. So, there is a lot coming up for you. Let's keep going with these energies and let's see what you should expect in the future. Is anything going to come up from this person? Also, what is that event about? The one in which you're going to surprise yourself? And also, what else should you expect now that you have learned to really put yourself first and push away anything that it's not good for you long term? What is this Lovers going to represent in the future for you? Let's look into it. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Gemini, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute live reading. We will talk face-to-face on webcam, obviously, so prepare for that as well. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Gemini. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events is the Nine of Cups. And honestly, this is a beautiful card to have, especially at this point of the reading. What we're seeing is wishes coming true, a moment of extreme happiness coming up, an achievement, and something that can be life-changing. I see that overall, this is really determining a turning point in your life, a time of abundance. Everything that you wanted to invest into, it's actually starting to pay off sooner than you initially thought. We have a similar message with the Star, which is in the very heart of the reading. Dreams coming true, the reality around you starting to shape up after your own vision and your own expectations and goals. There is something right here coming up which is definitely going to make everything you went through worth it. And we see that overall, you are going to find happiness again. With whom? We'll have to see. How? We'll have to see. So let's start clarifying these messages, especially the incoming energies, and let's see what's coming up for you, starting with this Nine of Cups over here. Let's start clarifying the Nine of Cups. Okay, look at this. The Emperor, the Hierophant, for once the High Priestess, and we have still someone here thinking about you. But first of all, what we see here that it's absolutely beautiful for you is the fact that everything you were asking for at the very beginning of the reading is already coming true in the next few weeks. Right here,